Thank you so much, Robert Egnell and Charlotte Petri-Gornitska, for your warm welcome and sharing your thoughts and expertise. A few weeks ago, before today's event, we challenged youth ages 18 to 35 from across the Alliance and beyond to tell us about how they see their role in shaping a secure tomorrow. My colleague, Johan Skoog, is now on stage with the 3 best Youth Summit Challenge winners to discuss their ideas and proposals on how youth can take a more proactive role in collective security. Let's give them a warm applause.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, everyone. And also, thank you, Charlotte and Robert, for your previous remarks. I think this will be a good bridge to how the young generation can help with just finding out about these new technologies and innovations that might help us secure a better future. So here, together with me on stage, we have 3 of the winners of the Cyber Challenge. So the win was also to get a sponsored seat to get here, but also the ability to present your given ideas. So warm welcome. To my left, I have Marie-Magdalena from Czech Republic. We have Dário from Portugal, and we have Yana from Ukraine. So give them a round of applause. Through this contest, we had very, very many contributions, which were all superb. But here are some of them that stood out the most. So you will hear about them quite shortly. But huge thanks to everyone that contributed with their given ideas. And just, it's just so nice to see these young, innovative thoughts and ideas that's been around trying to, find solutions for how to make the world a better place, basically. So thank you all, and thank you to you especially. So I think we'll start with, I want each and every one of you to share your contribution and your submission to the contest. And I would like to start with you, Marie-Magdalena. Bradova is your last name as well, might add that as well. So you come from Czech Republic, but please tell us a little bit about yourself and your contribution to the contest.
Of course. So good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Thank you so much to NATO, the Aspen Institute, and all the organizers for putting this wonderful event together. So yeah, I'm Marie-Magdalena Bradova. I come from the Czech Republic originally. I live in London now. I study war studies at King's College in London. But yeah, so about my proposal, my contribution to the competition. I think that disinformation, as we've just seen in Europol, has become one of the biggest threats that the Alliance currently faces, especially since the end of the Cold War era. The threat landscape has just changed immensely. And so currently both, malicious state and non-state actors can harness technology incredibly inexpensively, usage of the so-called troll farms or generative AI to create content which is highly destabilizing, but also altered right to the audience and targeted. And so I think we need to shape or help the young generation that is growing up completely online to kind of help them navigate this space. And we should do this in a fun way, in a gamified way, where they want to voluntarily engage. And so my proposal is an app-based platform. This app would primarily host an annual challenge called the NATO Challenge, which would last 30 days. It would always start on the 4th of April to commemorate the North Atlantic signing treaty. And so the users would be greeted by an avatar of a NATO soldier. It would be a soldier from their country, so they immediately feel a part of the alliance. And over the course of the 30 days, the soldier would navigate them through the game, but also he would meet, or they would meet, fellow soldiers, as you can see, to kind of teach them about the other member states, so they feel a part of this bigger community. The games that would be in the challenge, every day a mini game would appear, sort of like a Duolingo almost. You get your alert every day, and the games would be twofold. One category would be to kind of get users the ability to identify disinformation. It would be looking at real or fake profiles, bot comments, how to spot generative AI images. And the other part of the game would be purely entertainment. It would be battleship, it would be flight simulators with NATO equipment, of course. But basically, the app would give the users a toolkit both to identify disinformation, but also to learn more about NATO. I think the uptake should be popularized in schools, but also by influencer marketing. There should also be incentive for the users to follow up through the whole 30 days. So there should be a prize draw at the end for some prizes. I think technology would be the best, so they can use their newfound skills. And yeah, the app would be available in all member state languages, and so it would have the same benefits no matter the budget or the size of the country. So I think it is a future-oriented concept, and it echoes the kind of layered resilience concept that NATO has, where it really is about civil empowerment and civil education. And lastly, the app would be dormant for the rest of the year because it would only run for the 30 days. But in case of emergency, the Lions could use the app to send alerts, emergencies, where to find shelter, contact people. And so it has both a civil education, but also a safety aspect.
Well, that sounds amazing. And I'm sure that the general director is taking notes full hand here, because the target audience that you try to reach out to with such an app is someone who gets a lot of information, but it could be hard to facilitate, is this true or not, but to integrate that into a military structure and civilian structure as well, part with NATO. I think that sounds very interesting. So thank you so much for your contribution and your presentation of it.
Thank you.
But moving on to our second person. Yeah.
Thank you.
Super nice, right?
Thank you.
Moving on to Dário Pedro from Portugal. Also 75 year member, right? You were one of the founding states of NATO. So congrats to you as well for that. But Dário contributed, if you can start to explain a little bit, and we will also showcase, because you had a video that we'll play, but we can first hear some of your introductory words, please.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you the organizers and NATO for the invitation. It's for me an honor to speak here. So to give a little bit of background, so I did my PhD in AI for drones, and we were initially working in a company as a managing director to the civilian sector. But due to the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, we were requested by our Ministry of Defense to also start looking at the defense sector. And nowadays, Beyond Vision, the company I work in, develops technology end-to-end from mechanics, aerospace engineering, electronics, up to the cloud and AI algorithms, all in the drones and UAVs and autonomous vehicles ecosystem. And the videos showcase slightly that, and then I can highlight a few points on there.
Maybe we can play the video then, and we can get back to you after that. So please, let's play the video.
Innovation isn't just about creating new technology. It's about revolutionizing how we solve complex defense challenges. At Beyond Vision, we're doing exactly that with our advanced UAV technology.
Based in Lisbon, our team is pioneering the integration of AI in UAVs, focusing on enhancing military capabilities, offering unparalleled threat detection, response efficiency, and surveillance capabilities. Our UAVs are equipped with custom electronics developed by Beyond Vision, enabling various AI algorithms. This includes pre-established modules for asset detection, tracking, and cataloging, as well as open innovation modules like a 3-stage multi-net algorithm designed for dynamic collision avoidance. By integrating CNNs, RNNs, and decision networks, we harness the image features, gather temporal insights, and make real-time decisions. Operational testing in NATO exercises such as REPUS proves our technology readiness and viability for deployment.
Beyond military applications, our technology has vast potential in civilian sectors, from agriculture to infrastructure monitoring, demonstrating strong commercial viability, which aligns with XTech international goals. Our vision extends beyond current capabilities, aiming to redefine UAV technology in defense and civilian sectors alike.
This submission reflects our deep understanding of European Defence Agency needs, underscored by a clear, concise presentation of our technology's benefits.
Let us join you on this journey. Together, we can shape a future where innovation meets strategy, and advanced UAV technology not only protects nations, but also preserves peace and enhances global security.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
An applause for that. But Dário, please continue, elaborate a little bit what we just saw.
Yeah, so the defense sector is definitely a harsh place to navigate. Usually we have stream-long procurements, but the technology is evolving at a very, very fast pace. For if you think a little bit, which was the phone that you were using 10 years ago, that's roughly the time that some procurements take on the defense sector. And in 10 years, for the unmanned systems, the technology evolves quite a lot. And our technology is trying to navigate that market. We developed initially to the civil sector, which allow us to develop technology that's easier to use and easier to penetrate the market. And in that way, we don't have such large cycles of training, of maintenance as well, because they are equipments that are made in a way that they are easy to use. But also, we cannot forget the specialities of the defense sector. So, for example, the cyber component of it is of extreme importance to us. Luckily, we were in European research projects where, with some European partners, we definitely worked that part and managed to evolve it. But when you're doing operations, those are on the military sector, those are points that you need to have extreme attention to. Also, the sourcing of the components, you need to make sure they're all from reliable sources, and then you're not leaving any gap or loopholes in between the procurement and the final operations. Just as a final note, I think the Yana program also helps us quite a lot, because it allows us to quickly showcase to NATO partners, and it speed up the integration on NATO armed forces operations. And I think with the new joiners, and that's also something that will have quite soon.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a very large amount of interest into these given ideas, and also the integration in the civilian infrastructure, but also that you were already doing some exercises with NATO. That's pretty exciting. But thank you so much, Dário.
Thank you.
And another applause. And lastly, we have Yana Rudenko coming from Ukraine, but you study in Holland at Leiden University as well. So please, if you can introduce yourself and also your submission.
Thank you so much. During the first days of April 2022, when there were news about Bucha liberation and the whole world witnessed Bucha massacre, I'm sure that all of you saw that news. As a person that was under the Russian occupation in Bucha, I had the biggest fear in that moment, bigger than I had during being in Bucha or during the evacuation when I saw Russian soldiers. My biggest fear was that the world again will believe Russia. Because there was a wave of, because we see already, we have the history of the world believing Russia only, and there was a wave of misinformation. That's why I agree that a project of Marie-Magdalena is right to do. What I did, as a person who saw war crimes, who saw, I'm sorry to mention it, but dead bodies on streets of civilians, I was writing myself, because I don't trust Western media, I don't trust and I cannot rely to be sure that they will portray what was happening in the right way. Because how we started from crisis in Ukraine. When we don't call events by right names, as crisis in Ukraine, we don't see the reality. We don't see the real picture. And it is Russia's invasion of Ukraine. There is clear responsibility and accountability and the fault. Be your own media. It is my advice after 2.5 years of full-scale invasion. Then I started writing a lot on LinkedIn, sharing my personal story. Very important, share history of Ukraine and relations, because for me was the main point to prove is that Ukraine didn't just appear in 2022, Ukraine didn't appear in 2014, and neither in 1991. Ukraine was always there, but you just didn't know about it. Another part that when I already entered university, Leiden University, and I thought that, you know, during the war, everything that I truly own, it is my knowledge and my experience. That's why my right choice was to enter university and study more. In Leiden University, being there a few months for pre-master, there was no events about Ukraine. Nothing about the largest war in Europe since World War II. That's why I co-founded a student association called ABBA. ABBA, not a Swedish group, although I like, you know, money. I will be using it during fundraising. But it stands for Adriatic, Baltic, Black, Azov Sea, and it kind of represents Eastern Europe, and we collectively show our history, culture, and experience with Russia, because there is big gap between Western Europe and Eastern Europe, and we vividly see it especially during the Russia's full-scale invasion. So it is my two projects, my own LinkedIn and my student association. But what can we say about Ukrainian youth in Ukraine? Everyone is mobilized, and it is something that I would like to advise you to learn, and better to learn from us, but not by your own experience. It is that we are all, as civil society, mobilized. But what we are doing? First of all, we are fundraising all the time. We are fundraising for drones, for vehicles, for our soldiers, because our defenders is our brothers, fathers, sons, all the relatives. Fundraising. The second, it is that we are learning tactical medical training. We are taking course, because we do need to know if the bomb hits my building, how I can help myself. And you need to have tourniquets all the time with you. The third one, it is who doesn't know, we try to learn how to drive vehicles. We are going to shooting courses, how to handle firearms. We are donating blood, because there is scarcity of blood. You can also do it in your own country. And we are assembling drones ourselves. And it leads me to another project that I'm doing. We saw our friends making drones, assembling drones themselves in Ukraine. And we thought, oh, like our friends are doing that in Ukraine. Why we cannot do it ourselves from anywhere we are, from everywhere? In the Netherlands right now, I'm one of the co-founders of Drone Aid Collective. It is a social initiative where we are organizing drone building workshops for Ukrainian veterans that are undergoing rehabilitation in the Netherlands. So, and it makes the lasting impact, because we need to empower Ukrainian veterans to, after, like they are the bravest men that were protecting my country, and now they cannot contribute because they don't have a leg, or both, or like they are wounded. But with such workshops, we empower them to contribute further. We are developing their professional skills, and who knows, maybe they will build big drones after. And so it is my 3 projects that I'm working right now. And to say the last, as a Ukrainian, I pray that one day we'll join NATO, because it's about unity, and only united we can be strong.
Thank you, Yana. Powerful remark, powerful reminder that the invasion is still ongoing. We need to do everything we can in order to stop it. But with that, I would like to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for your contribution, submission, and I hope you will get a nice time here at the Nato Youth Summit and discuss your ideas further with your colleagues here. But then we are finished, and thank you again. Another round of applause, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.